Sigma females are on a whole new level in 2024, and I've got the inside scoop on why they're leaving men in the dust. Have you ever wondered why Sigma females often ignore men? Today we're delving into the enigmatic world of Sigma females, a unique breed of women who march to the beat of their own drum. Their behavior often baffles those around them, particularly when it comes to their interactions with men. Sigma females are characterized by their independence and non-conformity, often opting for solitude over socializing. This intriguing behavior has prompted us to explore the reasons behind it. In this video, we'll be discussing 10 compelling reasons why Sigma females often ignore men. From their fiercely independent nature to their unwavering focus on personal goals, we'll explore the myriad of factors that contribute to this captivating behavior. We'll unravel the mystery, shedding light on the intriguing world of Sigma femininity. So, if you're intrigued by the concept of Sigma females or simply want to gain a deeper understanding of their actions, you're in for a treat. Stay tuned as we unravel the intriguing reasons behind this behavior. Firstly, Sigma females are highly independent. This trait is a cornerstone of their persona. They are self-reliant, not needing to lean on anyone, especially not men, to feel complete or fulfilled. Sigma females are not defined by the presence of a partner in their lives. Their independence is a source of strength, and it's a quality they take great pride in. This fierce independence often results in Sigma females seemingly ignoring men. It's not a matter of disdain or disinterest, but rather a reflection of their self-sufficiency. They don't need a man to validate their worth or to provide for them. They are fully capable of doing that on their own. Sigma females are therefore highly selective in their relationships. They won't settle for less, and they certainly won't compromise their independence for anyone. They seek an equal, a partner who respects and understands their need for independence. Their self-reliance often leads to them ignoring men who don't understand their independence. Secondly, Sigma females highly value their solitude. This isn't because they're antisocial or dislike company, but because they cherish their alone time. It's an essential part of their routine, a time when they can recharge their batteries, reflect on their thoughts, and plan their next move. This solitude is their sanctuary, a place where they can be truly themselves without any external influences. Now, this solitude-loving nature can often be misunderstood. It can seem like they're ignoring men, but it's not about the men. It's about them and their need for personal space. This personal space allows them to maintain their individuality, their unique perspective on life. It's not a wall to keep others out, but rather a garden where they cultivate their inner self. So, when a Sigma female seems to be ignoring a man, it's not necessarily a rejection. It's a request for respect, for understanding her need for solitude. Their need for solitude often leads to them ignoring men who cannot respect their space. Thirdly, Sigma females are highly selective. They navigate the world with a discerning eye, especially when it comes to choosing their partners. They aren't swayed by superficial charm or fleeting trends. Instead, they look for depth, authenticity, and alignment with their values. Sigma females have a high standard, a bar set by their understanding of themselves and what they want in a partner. They seek someone who respects their independence, appreciates their intellect, and values their unique perspective on life. This is not about being picky, but about knowing their worth and refusing to settle for less. This high level of selectivity often leaves many men in the cold. Men who don't meet their standards, who fail to spark their interest, or who simply don't understand their unique nature. This is why Sigma females often seem to ignore men. It's not personal, it's simply a result of their discerning nature. Their selectiveness often leads to them ignoring men who don't match their criteria. Fourthly, Sigma females are introverted. This characteristic often gets misconstrued as aloofness or arrogance, but the truth is far from it. Sigma females are simply comfortable in their own company and prefer a small, intimate circle of friends over large social gatherings. This preference is not a sign of disinterest in others, but an expression of their love for meaningful, deep connections. Now, this introverted nature can sometimes result in Sigma females ignoring men who try to invade their space. Understandably, they value their personal space and solitude, and anyone who doesn't respect this is likely to get sidelined. It's not about being rude or dismissive. It's about maintaining their mental peace and personal boundaries. Sigma females are like a fortress, open to those who respect their boundaries and closed to those who don't. Their introverted nature is a shield, a protective layer that preserves their authenticity and peace. Their introverted nature often leads to them ignoring men who don't respect their boundaries. Fifthly, Sigma females are non-conformists. They are the ones who dance to the beat of their own drum, not swayed by societal norms or expectations. This unique characteristic often sets them apart from the crowd. Their non-conformist nature extends to relationships as well. They're not interested in being boxed into traditional roles or expectations. They seek partners who appreciate their individuality, rather than those who try to mold them into a preconceived notion of what a woman should be. Their refusal to conform isn't a rebellion, but rather a celebration of their individuality. This can be challenging for some men to understand or accept. Their nonconformist attitude often leads to them ignoring men who can't accept their unique nature. Sixthly, Sigma females are self-sufficient. Diving into this facet of their personality, we find that their self-reliance is a cornerstone of their identity. Sigma females are not ones to depend on others for their needs. They believe in carving their own path, standing on their own 2 feet, and finding their own solutions. This is not to say they shun help entirely, but they do not actively seek it. They are comfortable with their own capabilities and trust in their ability to navigate life's challenges. This self-sufficiency is a testament to their strength, their resilience, and their confidence. When it comes to men, this trait can often lead to Sigma females disregarding those who insist on lending their assistance. They value their independence and autonomy, and any attempts to infringe upon this can be met with resistance. In conclusion, their self-sufficiency often leads to them ignoring men who don't understand their independence. Their reliance on self more than anyone else is a defining trait of Sigma females. Seventhly, Sigma females are focused on their goals. These women possess a laser-like concentration that allows them to hone in on their ambitions with an unwavering determination. They are goal-oriented individuals who invest their energy into achieving their dreams rather than being swayed by distractions. Their focus is so intense that it can sometimes seem as though they're ignoring the world around them, including men who may be vying for their attention. It's not that they're uninterested in relationships or companionship, but rather, they prioritize their goals and refuse to let anything or anyone derail them from their path. Sigma females understand that achieving their goals requires dedication, commitment, and a lot of hard work. They don't have time for distractions or unnecessary drama. They are committed to their dreams and will not settle for less. Sigma females have a clear vision of what they want, and they're not afraid to pursue it relentlessly. Their goal-oriented nature often leads to them ignoring men who aren't supportive of their ambitions. Eighthly, Sigma females are introspective. They have a deep sense of self-awareness, an ability to delve into their own thoughts and feelings. This isn't a fleeting glance into their psyche, but a deep, ongoing exploration. They sift through their experiences, their dreams, their fears, and their ambitions, seeking to understand their own motivations, their reactions, and their place in the world. This introspection is not a sign of self-absorption. Rather, it's an integral part of their personal growth, a commitment to continuous self-improvement. They crave intellectual and emotional depth, and this becomes a filter through which they view their relationships. Now, consider this. In a world that often values surface-level interactions, Sigma females may seem aloof. They're not. They're simply seeking meaningful connections, ones that can withstand the weight of their introspection. This is why they may ignore men who lack depth, those who may not understand or appreciate their need for self-reflection. Their introspective nature often leads to them ignoring men who lack depth. Ninthly, Sigma females are emotionally stable. This emotional stability is a cornerstone of their personalities, a quality that often sets them apart. Unlike many, they don't seek validation from others, particularly men. This doesn't mean they are apathetic or indifferent, but rather they understand their worth and don't allow external opinions to sway their self-perception. This emotional stability is a shield, a protective barrier that keeps them from falling into the trap of emotional manipulation. They recognize when someone is trying to manipulate their feelings for personal gain, and they refuse to play into these mind games. This ability to maintain emotional equilibrium, even in trying situations, is a testament to their strength and resilience. They do not ignore men out of spite, but rather, they choose to distance themselves from those who try to undermine their emotional stability. It's a form of self-preservation, a way of maintaining their emotional health. Their emotional stability often leads to them ignoring men who try to play mind games. Lastly, Sigma females are not attention seekers. In a world where many vie for the spotlight, these unique women prefer to step back. They don't feel the need to be the center of attention, to have everyone's eyes on them. Instead, they are content with their own company, comfortable in their own skin, and confident in their own abilities. They don't need validation from others to feel secure or successful. This trait, however, can lead to them ignoring men who seek their constant attention. It's not that Sigma females are dismissive or uninterested. Rather, they value genuine connections over superficial ones. They don't have time for those who are only interested in them for their looks or status. Instead, they seek meaningful relationships with those who respect their boundaries and appreciate their independence. Their lack of need for attention often leads to them ignoring men who can't respect their boundaries. In conclusion, Sigma females ignore men for a variety of reasons. They are fiercely independent and value their solitude, often choosing to spend time alone rather than being in social situations. Sigma females are also highly selective about who they allow into their lives, which means they may ignore men who don't meet their high standards. They are introverted and non-conformist, preferring their own company and their own path rather than following societal norms. Self-sufficiency is another hallmark of the Sigma female, as is a focus on personal goals. They are introspective, often engaging in deep self-reflection, and they exhibit emotional stability, not easily swayed by the emotional whims of others. Finally, Sigma females are not attention seekers. They don't ignore men to get attention, they simply have different priorities. Understanding these reasons can help in better understanding and appreciating the unique nature of Sigma females.